Wednesday. Welcome once again to the weekly update with Kyle Johansson and the mayor. It's nice outside. Kyle, is it going to stay this nice for some time to come?
Yes. So today we got some occasional light rain off and on throughout the day. High of 76. Tonight we got rain overnight. A few storms could produce at least some strong gusty winds, maybe some small hit, but mostly just a rain event. Below 60 degrees. Tomorrow we got morning clouds followed by afternoon sun, high of 84, low 65. Friday will be the hottest day of the year by far. The high temperature could be 93. The heat index could be ranging from 98 to 106 degrees. High of 93, low 69. Then Saturday could not be quite as bad because we're supposed to have more of a breeze and more clouds, but not as much storms. Mostly sunny skies. High of 91, low 67. Then Sunday we got scattered storms, high of 75, low 52. Next Monday we got mostly cloudy skies, high of 71, low 50 degrees. Next Tuesday we got mostly cloudy skies, high of 80, low 60. And next Wednesday we got scattered thunderstorms, a high of 77, low 59 degrees. And the COVID cases right now in the United States, we are actually averaging more than 100,000 per day, because it's not only the cases are going up because people are with their mask off, it's just the main reason. Graduation season is upon us and should be over in the next couple of weeks, but take this Monday, FNCU schools were closed because not only was the power outage going, because they said the cause of the power outages was a lightning strike, which was out near the Strauss Run area, which we saw where they had to cut the trees down to get to that power line, which was taken down by a lightning strike. In fact, lightning strike is the hottest thing in the world. It's even 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, 54 degrees, 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And coronavirus cases worldwide, not even our cases are going up. By the way, one other country is going up. It's just Africa, but everywhere else, they're going down. Because we're still in the endemic mode, which is actually still in this endemic, so which means to become more of a seasonal thing like the flu is. Seasonal thing. In sports, we got baseball at home tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bob Warren Stadium. Baseball at Bob Warren Stadium is a doubleheader, 1 and 3:30, and it's also their football team will be at the baseball game, and it's supposed to be beautiful weather for these last 3 games. And then Saturday, senior day, they'll have 3 free giveaways. Then they have a dollar hot dog day. You'll get trading cards. You'll get a pin glass for get beverages and inside it, and then less than 3 weeks from now, we got the Copperheads back season coming up next. And then Ohio State announced their first 2 games times already, but you should announce theirs maybe next week, probably next Thursday night, usually around Memorial Day weekend. So they usually announce the first 3 home games. And then every 12 days before the games, they announce the other times as well. And the homecoming game should be announced, well, it's some point next week or so.
Very good. And, one other update, the Athens high school softball team, the girls softball team, has a game. It was supposed to be this evening. They've postponed it until tomorrow evening, but I believe that's a championship game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting the head nod from Scott Thompson. So that's huge. Congratulations for coming this far. And I believe that game is over at Ohio University on the softball field, and encourage people to go and cheer on the Bulldogs. And hopefully they walk away as the, what is it, Scott, the regional championship? Or he's looking it up, and while he's looking it up, I'll continue on, and then Scott, you can let me know. I have some really, really cool news to share with everybody who's watching today. And that being that we received basically a report card on how the city of Athens is doing when it comes to our solar efforts, residential and commercial solar in Athens, as well as our carbon emissions and carbon sequestration by our tree canopy. We've been working with a group called Power Clean Future Ohio. And this is through what was referred to as equity coaching, that Deputy Service Safety Director Andrew Chicky and our city planner Paul Logue has been going through that. And they showed us a couple graphs of the solar capacity, cumulative solar capacity here in the city of Athens over time in kilowatt hours, and I won't bore you with all that. But what's really interesting is looking back from 2004 up through 2019, because they wanted to have truly comparable years. 2020 and 2021 with the pandemic really was a blip, unfortunately, when it comes to solar savings and so on and so forth. But, we're looking at an absolute, not just linear, but exponential growth when it comes to commercial and residential solar over the past 15 years. And we've gone from, in 2008, our residential solar was extremely small, but up through 2018, it's put us at ranks number 9 in the state of Ohio in terms of our solar capacity. For a city our size, that's monumental, in a lot of ways. The other thing that's worth sharing with everyone when it comes to our carbon emissions and the offset coming from our solar, we are a community, and I've got some comparables for everyone. As a community, when you look at per capita emissions, the city of Athens is 5.8, for carbon emissions per capita, which is extremely small in the grand scheme of things. To compare to the state of Ohio, the state itself is 21.3, United States is 19.9, Dayton, Ohio is 15.2, Columbus, Ohio, 12.2, Bexley, Ohio is 8, and the closest to us is Lakewood, Ohio, and they are 6.3. But you start looking at other cities across the nation, other than the village of Wellfleet, I believe, which is up in the New England area, they are 5.8. And some of you might be saying, well, we're talking big populations, so of course they're higher, per capita in terms of their carbon emissions. Well, I'll put some of the lowest, this is to benchmark them and show you where we fit in. Tacoma, Washington, population of over 1 million people, they're at 5.0. San Francisco, again, extremely large population. Actually, I take that back. Population of Tacoma, Washington is 216,000, so still big. San Francisco, population of 884,000 people plus is 5.7. So we're in huge company. Now I'll go to the other end of that spectrum. Aspen, Colorado, population 9,003. Their per capita carbon emission is 33.9. Cincinnati, population of over 300,000, 25.2. Orlando, Florida, population of greater than 280,000 citizens, 25.0. So I can go on and on and on. So great things. The other thing to share with everyone, and this is largely due to the Athens tree canopy, carbon sequestration due to our tree canopy is 4%. That's a large number for any community to have your tree canopy as extensive as ours is and sequestering carbon from the carbon emission metric. So again, just wanted to throw that out there. Really, really interesting information to receive from Power Clean Fuels Ohio, which the city has been partnering with for quite a while on a number of different fronts, but going through this equity coaching is one of them. So interesting to share with all of you. On to other information, the U.S. is now going through round 3 of free at-home test kits for COVID-19. You can order yours today. You can call 1-800-232-0233 and get your free at-home test kit, or you can go to www.covid.gov/tests and get another free test kit from the federal government. So take advantage of that. Columbia Gas is continuing its work on West Union and Schaefer Street. They will be working primarily at the intersection of West Union and Schaefer. I know they've been doing a lot down there. They've got flaggers as they start to do the residential connections. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to the Columbia Gas Public Affairs Specialist at 419-351-8398, and they will fill you in. DORA, Designated Outdoor Refreshment Area, it went live on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Had a big event on West State Street last weekend with several things going on, to include Taste of Athens County, which was a pretty cool event. So DORA is ongoing. Just as a reminder, everybody, the DORA goes active on Thursdays and runs through Sunday. Thursday from 5 to 10. Fridays and Saturdays from noon until 10 p.m. and then Sundays from noon to 8, to where you can purchase at participating bars and restaurant a alcoholic beverage, beer, wine, or liquor, and in a DORA cup, and enjoy your drink outside, especially with the weather as nice as it is. The Athens Tax Amnesty Program, there you go. Thank you, Ryan. It is going to be June 1st through June 30th. So, take advantage of this. You can also request an extension of 2 weeks, or a week prior or after the amnesty program. But there's all the information that you need with the amnesty program, because then starting on July 1, I believe, the CCA, the Cleveland Collection Agency, is working with the City of Athens, and they will be assisting us in recouping local income tax that has not been paid. But here's an opportunity to go ahead and, a lot of people recognize, I didn't know that I wasn't paying, or I didn't know that I need to pay city income tax. And so this certainly gives people the opportunity to catch up on income tax. The Athens Community Center, we had to close earlier due to a rather interesting bug infestation issue at the community center, but it will be opening up again at 4 p.m. today, back open to the public. After school care will still be running as scheduled at the community center. Initially, we didn't know what we were up against and closed for the day, but now that's not the case. They will be reopening at 4 p.m. So just make sure you make note of that. Athens Arts, Parks, and Rec. There will be Kids to Parks Day at Camp Rattan and Richland Avenue Park. That's coming out as Camp Rattan. It will be Saturday, May 21st. And that is also, like I said, the Kids to Parks Day. So at Camp Rattan, they're going to have a learning opportunity for kids where there'll be 2 sessions, and it's going to be learning about invasive plants and ways in which people can help us remove them. And they're also going to explore the creek that runs through Camp Rattan. My next door neighbor was down there just the other day looking at salamanders in the creek. So go check that out. It should be a lot of fun. It's going to be, session 1 is at 10 a.m. For the invasive cleanup hike. And then there will be, the rural action will take you to the creek for creek exploration. That's at 10:30 a.m. Session 2 will be at 10:45 for the invasive cleanup hike, and then into the creek at 11:15. So people are encouraged, bring your gloves. Towels will be provided. You may want to bring waders as well. So come check that out. The third Thursdays, this is free music in the parks. The first one is coming up tomorrow. It will be from 6 to 8 p.m. This will be at the pool parking lot area. And it's going to be featuring Athens Poet Laureate, and that is Wendy McVicker. And also Boys of the Hawk are going to be playing music. The next one is June 16th, and that will be at the Athens Community Center outside basketball courts. And then on the 21st of July is the West State Street Park. So you can come check that out as well, again, 6 to 8 p.m. And then, I've mentioned this before, worth mentioning again, that on August 13th is the Athens Arts and Music Festival, and that'll be taking place on West Union between Court and Congress. That will be closed for that event. The last thing I want to share with everybody is that there are several meetings coming up. Planning Commission meeting will be meeting tomorrow here in Council Chambers at noon. The Rec Advisory Board is meeting tomorrow as well, and that's at 5:30. That will be taking place here in Council Chambers, which is great that those are being televised for people who want to find out what's going on in the rec world through Arts, Parks, and Recreation. Athens City Council, of course, is going to be meeting on May 23rd here in Council Chambers, and that is at, as usual, 7 p.m. And I think that is pretty much all that I have. Kyle, as usual, thank you for joining me. And thanks to all of you for tuning in, watching the weekly update with Kyle Johansson.